People who worked in bikini waxing salons share your shameful and funny stories. I've got one where it wasn't the client who messed up, but the cosmetologist. I'm still finishing my cosmetology courses, and one of my instructors told us a story about a girl doing her first Brazilian bikini. Everything was going fine until it got to the client's butt. The girl either didn't know or didn't want to use her fingers to spread the area, so she grabbed a wooden popsicle stick. She ended up scratching the client all over inside. One girl came to me apparently right after being intimate with her boyfriend. As soon as she undressed and lay on the table, his fluid started leaking out of her. That was the only time I've ever seen something like that, and I'm grateful for that. I worked as a sugaring master, and I'll never forget the first Brazilian I ever did on my friend. I had zero experience, and when I got to her back door, I panicked and asked her to get on all fours. After I sprinkled powder and started spreading the wax like I'd been taught, I could see her butt clenching and unclenching, clenching and unclenching, and then bam, she farted right in my face. She got embarrassed and said it was just an air bubble. Yeah, well, the smell said otherwise. For a while, I worked in a salon after finishing cosmetology school, but I quit after one client kept coming in every week with bigger and bigger beads in her trunk. Top level master here. My worst Brazilian was with a very obese woman. I've been in the field for over 6 years. I've seen a lot, but this time I just couldn't find the right angle. I felt so awkward asking her to lift her belly with her own hands since it was hanging over her lips. Her legs were also a problem. They were so large I couldn't reach the area and she couldn't bend them. At one point, I didn't remove the wax in time and ended up giving her a burn across half her thigh. I know from experience how awful that feels. The salon had to pay her compensation, which they took out of my pay. In that moment, I was ready to snap at her about her fat ass, but I didn't. I'm still working as a master now, and there's some new awkward situation almost every day. I love my job, but lately I keep asking myself, why are you still doing this? One client came in for a bikini wax. She looked maybe 17 at most, and I suspect it was her first time ever. I tried to do everything perfectly, explaining each step. The front part went smoothly, but when I asked her to turn on her stomach and spread her cheeks so I could apply wax, she started farting and blowing wax bubbles like her butt was a pump. It was so loud people in the hallway and other rooms could hear. I've never seen anything like it. She was clearly ashamed and embarrassed. I just ignored it and pretended nothing happened. I doubt she'll ever come back. There's a story, but I'm not a waxing master. I'm the unlucky client. I moved to a new city and had to go to a new salon, meeting a new master. I talked a lot during the process to ease the tension and get to know her. But in the middle of the session, she suddenly started crying. I lifted my balls off the table and asked if she was okay. She told me that right before me, she had waxed the bikini area of her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. In our room, we always have a few pillows to put under the back, legs, or head if needed. Once, after doing half the work, I asked the client to turn over. She noticed the pillows in the corner and said, "See those pillows? Grab one and beat me with it." A huge worm the size of my hand fell out of her butt cheeks. Gross. We invite girls for free waxing done by students. Some get experience, others get smooth skin. One of my clients, it was my very first one, during her back area waxing started farting like a machine gun, and then even pooped a decent pile. Many girls don't bother washing after sex, and when they come to the salon after all the procedures, they either leave a piece of their partner on the table or just a disgusting rotten smell. My girlfriend works in such a salon and says that most of her clients are on their period. She doesn't mind since most use tampons, but sometimes there are ladies who either forget or don't care. During a session, I once asked my master about her worst experience, and she said the worst is when people come right after the gym or a morning jog without taking a shower. Before applying wax, we put on a special gel to prevent irritation and burns. One of my clients refused the gel, and as soon as I spread the wax, she started screaming. She left with a dark red bikini area itching from burns. Whenever I go to such salons, I think that even if something happens, they must have seen worse. So I never worry. After reading all these stories, my confidence has skyrocketed. I'm a guy, and I went for a Brazilian. My girlfriend was waiting in the hallway. Halfway through, the master stopped and asked, "Can I tell you something?" I said sure, and she complimented me on having the best butt she'd ever seen, and most of her clients are women. It was flattering, but The walls were so thin that everyone in the hallway heard it. My girlfriend shouted back, "Those buns are already taken, sweetheart." Client here. During my procedure, my master was softly singing Taylor Swift. She had a cute voice, and Taylor's one of my favorites, so I started wiggling my butt to the rhythm. She asked me to stop because she couldn't spread the wax properly.